All right, what up, people? It's your boy Chig from Gooner Eagle Eye, coming to you again with a brand new video. Oh boy, oh boy. Also, I did it now. I knew something was going to happen today. It was the 1st of July. Call me a cynic, but Arsenal had to do something. And they went and dropped a bomb on everyone about 2 hours ago. So Arsenal Football Club have bid 40 million, not plus £1, but 40 million on Wilfred Zaha. Okay. Okay. I'm not gonna lie to you. For me, my initial reaction is this, right? Now, you guys know I'm not a big fan of his. I think he has some attributes that I think would be useful in our team, but the attribute that I need to see from him more is consistency. I don't see enough consistency of him. Yeah, I think he did well enough last season where he got 10 goals and 10 assists. But, at the same time, we're talking about a supposedly £100 million player, then those stats are bullshit. He's 26 years old, not 23, I'm not a huge fan of him. I think he's got some attributes. I've said this before and I'll say it again. I think particularly as a team like us that models our game, particularly under Emre as this counter-attacking team, I think he is one player who is, this is probably the most positive thing that I can say about him. He is one of the most useful players in the game when it comes to that transitional play, that, and I hate to use the word because it's so American, no offense to my American listeners, but that kind of turnover of play, if you like, that kind of, you've got the ball, now what are you going to do with it? And for me, all his attributes point to that. And I'm sure that that's why Emery wants him. He wants someone who can take on their guys, sure. But actually, what he actually wants is someone who can get the ball and have the confidence to run and terrify players, which, to be honest, we don't really have. I think Iwobi, when he believes himself, can do that. But he doesn't believe in himself. So there's no point. Funnily enough, I actually think Iwobi would be quite useful on a deal like this. Just saying to Palace, let's play devil's advocate here, right? And say we're going to make this play for Crystal Palace. I don't know why Arsenal don't offer Iwobi. And this is me saying that. Because if I was Palace, I'd say, listen, here's what we'll do, right? We'll offer you X amount of money, plus you've got a younger, capable replacement in Alex Iwobi, who I've always said, in my opinion, would suit someone like a Crystal Palace, where they've got a passionate, hardcore fan base that believe in this kid, because he ain't going to thrive at Arsenal. I have always said that. And I think something like that would be beneficial for all parties. If this is really the guy that we're going for. And you guys know I'm not a huge, I feel really uncomfortable with this Wilfred Zaha deal. What do I honestly think about it? I'll be real. Part of me feels that this is PR games. The protest was today, and it's the 1st of July, and there was this expectation that perhaps someone would be revealed today in the Arsenal kit. It's never really been Arsenal's style. I do think that this week will be an active week. I made that prediction 2 weeks ago. It's the 1st of July and we bid for a player. Give me a pat on the back, motherfuckers. I think that's a signal that it's going to be an active week. I do think a couple of deals are done or on the verge of being done. As I broke this morning, Brahimi is in advanced talks with the club. That's a deal I can easily see getting done because bar his wages, that's not costing us a dime. There's one stumbling block. He's very keen on a signing on fee. which to me seems normal, especially as someone who's coming on a free. But this is Arsenal we're talking about. They like to count every single penny. So we'll see if that does get done. If it does get done, we have a player who is very experienced, very capable, 29 years old, a bit on the older side, but will give you 2 or 3 really good seasons. I say do it. You know, for me, his quality is good service. You do this deal alongside as a Wilfred Zaha. Even I'll have to give up the ghost for Ziyech. Even I would have to give up the ghost for Ziyech. Because if we were to get those two over the line, maybe cut out some of the fat that we do have, like a Mkhitaryan or a Mesut Ozil or someone like that. You know, Mustafi. Sort out that defense, maybe bring in a couple of defenders, a left back. All right, I'll be all right with that. I'll be okay with that. That's at least enough to get us into the top 4 or challenge for it at least. So yeah, let's see what happens. But yeah, Wilfred Zaha, 40 million and not £1. Oh shit. Anyway, let me talk about some other deals. Arsenal, very interestingly, have been offered Fekir. That's right. Lyon are trying to get Fekir off the books. The player that was once valued at 70 million to Arsenal when Arsenal came asking questions about 3 years ago. Ironically, things have changed. Things have changed a lot. Let me just pick up the story real quick so I ain't misquoting nothing. Lots going on about the Wilfred Zaha deal, as you can imagine. But yeah, supposedly, sorry, I'm just trying to get the story up now because I just saw it. But yeah, the Mirror are reporting that supposedly we've been offered it at a bargain basement fee of just £30 million. The Arsenal are in the market for attacking recruits, and Wilfred Zaha is the top target for the transfer window. Essentially, I mean, I don't see this one happening. It was a couple of years ago, of course. Maybe the club are getting a bit touchy with the fact that you know, Liverpool were this close to buying him last year. They found whatever it is that they found in their scans around his knee injury. No one's really come in for him this year. I know his agent was talking up Liverpool coming back for him this year. And in my mind, I was sat there thinking, would they really come back in for Fekir and play him where? It just doesn't seem like the sort of player they actually need. But yeah, I mean, for me, I like Fekir a lot. And if you had asked me this 3 weeks ago, I'd have been really keen on the idea. However, and this is the last time I'm going to mention this until Arsenal actually made a freaking bid, right? You've got Ziyech right there. For 30 million, for the same money that you spend on Fekir, you could spend it on Ziyech, who's a more current, supposedly fitter, those scans are anything to go by, ready to go player. Why would you opt for Fekir? Yeah, all right, he has a good relationship with Lacazette, yada, yada, yada. I think Ziyech would do a better job. But you guys know I'm like the fanboy when it comes to Ziyech. You see how Mahrez is. You see how Liam Mahrez are. This is me and Ziyech right now. So I'll admit it. I think the guy is amazing. But yeah, to me, Fekir, thanks, no thanks, I guess. Anyway, there's a lot of things coming out about the Palace deal. Apparently, his father's got involved now with Zaha, saying that how his dad is pleading with Palace to accept the bid from Arsenal. By the way, Palace haven't responded to this bid. The feeling is they're going to tell Arsenal to suck their mum, as they rightly should, for 40 million. And don't get me wrong, I don't think he's worth more than 40 million. But when you've just valued the kid at 100 million and Arsenal come at 40, like, let's be fucking real here. This is just Arsenal playing games For me, I think this is just another demonstration, and we've seen Arsenal do this over the years before, whereby they will attempt to make an effort to bid for a player, look like fools for doing so because they bet like 40 million or whatever it is. They bet like clearly lower than the amount. And I saw people on Twitter defending this, right? I put out this Twitter and I was like, listen, I don't rate Zaha, but if you're going to be real, why don't you make a real play for him instead of doing this pitiful 40 million pound bid? You know it's not going to get accepted. You know it ain't going to get accepted. I am all for tactically putting pressure on the club to sell, but you don't do it like this because then you look like fools. You know, I think back to that 40 million and £1 bid that we did for Luis Suarez. If we'd come correct in the first place and offered them 50 million, they would have sold. And this is my frustration when it comes to Arsenal. It's like, listen, don't get our hopes up with this sort of nonsense. I know it's twisted. My hopes ain't up for Zaha. Don't get me wrong. But what it is up for is the fact that, Arsenal are prepared to make their play for certain players. So if that's the case, fuck a damn Wilfred Zaha. Go for fucking say it. Wusa. I promise, that's the last time. That's the last time. I will come into the chat in a minute, just in case you guys are like wondering why is he not talking to us. Please do leave this video a like. I'm not going to be on very long because I am aware that Lee will be coming on soon, and I don't like to clash with his show. Just give me 2 seconds. There was one more story I wanted to talk about. That is, yes. So Arsenal are tracking the defensive midfielder Eric Pulgar. He plays for Bogner. He has a release clause of 10.75 million. Supposedly, according to the Italian reports, I'm not even going to try and pronounce that Italian paper. The Gunners, along with Inter Milan, AC Milan, Napoli, Roma, and Sevilla, are interested in signing him. Maybe El Nene's replacement. It feels like a deal could be done for that one. See, that's the sort of story I could see us doing right there. 10.75 million, and it's got a release clause. Arsenal will be on the case. Trust me on that one. But yeah, I just thought I'd do a quick Eagle Eye special, if you like, just kind of reacting to the news that Zaha has been bidded for. I normally do shows around this time anyway. I know I did one this morning, but that was because I didn't do one last night. But yeah, you've had my fill of Eagle Eyes today. I am still working on Chiggy's wish list, just doing the final bit of editing for that for now. And that'll probably be dropping around 10:30, 11. So look out for that. So that's literally the opposite of the chopping block. The wish list is about players I actually want. I'm sure it will be no surprise who my first player will be. I'm going to quickly dive into the chat room, just see what you guys are saying. Just so you guys know I'm not neglecting you. Know that the super chats are open. Dive into the chat room, just see what you guys are saying. Sorry, I can hear myself. Wait a minute, there's 83 people watching and there's only 12 likes. Well on, people. Something ain't right about that. Please, 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 please do drive up those like button. Drive up that like button for me. I appreciate when you guys do this. You know this already. 19. All right, yeah, you're almost there. You're almost there. Okay, let's see who's in the chat. I just saw Sam. Big up to Sam. And yes, I agree with you, Sam. I would have paid 40 million for a visa. I don't know why. I'm not a huge fan of this. But it's an opportunity that if we get him, it's an opportunity for him to turn and change all our minds. Listen, if we end up buying him, he's an Arsenal player. I will support him until he gives me a reason to be pissed off. I just think he's too much money for what he is. But if he's going to be that guy for us, the one thing I will say, the one thing I will say, and I've probably not emphasized this enough, the fact that he really loves the club, childhood, boyhood hero, sometimes that means something, you know. Sometimes that means that you will actually fight for the badge. And we as fans, that's all we want, ultimately, at the end of the day. You know? Say what you want for Jenkinson, he's basic at best, right? But that guy put in at least a couple of decent performances last season, purely on the basis that he was an Arsenal fan. And sometimes that means enough, you know? Just fight for the badge. I don't give a damn if you're limited. Just fight. Fight. I'd rather that than Mesut Ozil, to be honest. If you said to me, and I'm sure it'll be a question in the chat, Mesut Ozil staying or Wilfred Zaha being bought in for 50, 60 million, give me Zaha, brother. Give me Zaha. Because at least he'll fight. At least he'll fight. And you know what? I guarantee if you ask Sam that now, who's in the chat, if you ask Lee that in his own stream, they will say the same flipping thing. They'd rather Zaha for the simple reason that he's an Arsenal fan and he'll fight. He'll fight for the simple reason he's got his dream move. Zaha's brother wants Crystal Palace to sell him. Yeah, because if you're a family member of that kid, you want your brother to be able to have their dream move. Of course you do. No, I'm not surprised at that. What's up with Bellerin's tweet? Fabrice, fill me in. I'm not active on Twitter like that. What's going on with Bellerin's tweet? I know he was being linked with a club. What was it, last week? So is he flirting with the clubs? What's going on? Zaha over Ozil, 100%. Exactly. To me, it ain't even close. Mind you, I don't rank Zaha. But if you said to me, Mesut Ozil to stay or Zaha to be bought in for 50 to 60 million, I pick Zaha. It wouldn't even be close. Why do you want a Man United reject? He turned down Arsenal to go to Man United. Did he? I don't remember Arsenal being in for it in the same time. Don't know about that, Don Juan. And I was active when that was around. I was the transfer man when it came to that team. I don't remember ever seeing Arsenal being linked with Zaha when United bought him. I want Zaha to be a boss defender. I want Zaha, but a boss defender should be primary. 100% marbles. 100%. Which is what makes me think that perhaps the deal for that young guy has been done now. I want him, that young guy, that NTN guy the name has just escaped me, old age. And I want two defenders in. That's what I want. Chig, where's Ola? You know what? That's a good question, Unique. You know, I tried texting him the other day. It didn't deliver. I hope he's all right. Ola, if you're listening to this, the people are craving you, brother. Come back. Come back. 98 people watching, 37 likes. Please, please, please do give that a crush. Drop that shit. Drop that like on that. 100 people. Come on, people. Drive them likes up. Saliba, there you go. There you go. Donate, I might do that. I might plug your shit if you donate. Because I ain't going to donate for no reason. Why would I do that? I'm going to plug for no reason, I should say. Zaha left Iwobi in the middle. No more Mesut Ozil. Possibly. I did see Lee's stream where he suggested that. I think Zaha coming in leaves Iwobi on the bench, straight up. I've always said, for me, it's never been a case of Iwobi over everything. To be honest, if Iwobi could help us get in Zaha, I'm all for that move. Or Chambers, because I know Palace were interested in Chambers last year. So if that helps, like Mike Hadge says, 50 million maybe Chambers as well, I'd say that's the most I'd go. And even 50 million, I still don't feel comfortable with that. But okay, if you go to that amount, I'd be all right with that. I'd be all right with that. Could even throw in Mesut Ozil for free if they want. Zaha needs to join. Ziyech over them both. I'm with you, Mr. Parsons. I am with you. Did you get the shirt, Brandon? Did you hear that only 10 people turned up to the protest? Oh, is it? We really? Damn, that is a shame. That's a shame because Turkish is my boy. So I want to see that protest do well, and I also do think that the protest has some good meaning behind it. But I always said the same thing from the very get-go. It's the wrong time. And it's a shame now because that will destroy them wanting to do that protest again. Arsenal fans need to get together and really understand timings of these things. You know, if it was the end of July and we hadn't bought anyone, then yeah, all right, then go and protest. It was just the wrong time. That was all. That was all. More like 30 people. He said 30 to 40 people. All right, that's not the worst turnout. But yeah, to answer your earlier question, no, I didn't go. I was working, yo. Straight up, I was working. I ain't going to the Arsenal shop while I'm working. I'll probably go on the weekend to get the shirt though. Well, go on, Mikey. I see you, brother. Hi, Khalid. I see you too. Offered Fekir. Yeah, we were offered Fekir. Salaba wants 30 million up front. Would you blame Saint Etienne? We're the only club that can't sell. Everyone else can. So, Chig, when is the right time? Give them an opportunity for us to actually buy somebody. You know, I said from the get-go, I was the first one to say this about 3 weeks ago. We weren't going to do a damn thing before the 1st of July. I warned people, relax, be easy. We ain't going to sign anyone before the 1st. You go and check the video out where it says, go back into the archives. The first video you see that says the 1st of July. And go and see what I say in that video. That was 3 weeks ago. Why is anyone surprised that it's now the 1st of July and we're only just bidding for a player now? I always said that. So it should be no surprise. If come the end of July, we ain't bought anyone, I'm with you. Go and protest then. Happy birthday, Majid, but I didn't forget. Happy birthday. Did I buy a shirt? No, Max. I'm going in the weekend to buy one, though. Not yet. I will show you guys as soon as I buy it. So I know you won't believe me otherwise. So I'll buy it. I'll buy it and show you guys. Give us cost plus money for Fekir. I'd be open to that. I'd be open to that. Especially if we get rid of Mesut Ozil. Best time to protest is at the end of the season if we're flopping. See, I disagree with that because it's the end of the season now. So really and truthfully, we flopped last year. Then they're within their rights to protest. The best time to protest is if we're not doing anything to improve what we did last season and we're left with like 10 days to go in the transfer window, then yeah, you send a message to the owner by protesting. You have one eye on Love Island. Brandon, you're on timeout for that. I should put you literally on timeout from the chat for that. Why are we taking a piss with the tyranny signing? Because we ain't got dough, Big Z. Don't be surprised if the Salaba or the tyranny deal is done. I'm just saying. Arsenal's team, link to sign yet. Turkish protests, we slap a bid in for Zaha, more protests, he's Turkish. And that's the thing, and that's where my cynicism comes in, because I do wonder if that's just a way of shutting us up, knowing that Palace are going to reject the shit out of that bid. And then what? Because I don't think Arsenal will come back in for him. So we'll see. Let's start a transfer trust found, and instead of buy a shirt, boycott. Yeah, could do, but you need enough people to do that. The process was too emotional, far too early. Exactly, Mikey, exactly. I said that from the get-go. Season is never won or known by April and May. I don't know why there's a panic. I get it because we've seen this play out before. So I do get why people are worried. Especially this guy, there's not a lot of trust there. There's no relationship there between him and the fans. He's never spoken to us, in spite of the fact that he's been at the club for 10 years. He's never said one word to us. I've seen the point being made that, when do CEOs ever speak to their stakeholders? Actually, you'd be surprised. They speak to their stakeholders a lot. They speak to their staff a lot. They speak to their customer base more than you would think, whether it's through things like YouTube, Insta, something. We never hear from this guy. I don't even know what he sounds like, truth be told. I literally don't know what he sounds like. So to me, I don't know. Time will tell. I'm not hopeful, but time will tell. Did you see you cannot get a Mustafi shirt? You must be joking if you think I'm getting a Mustafi shirt. At work, the CEO is always sending a exactly. He doesn't even send an email. Send an email. Because I know I'm a red member. I don't receive shit. So I know he ain't sending emails. We don't hear from him. There's no form of communication from him. So don't get twisted, people. I get the anger. But what I don't understand is the lack of patience. Thank you for your donation, Robert Dam. Just got in. If you get Fekir for 30 million, I'm jealous. I think he's a good player. I would still rather Zaha. If you said to me, who would I rather have, Zaha or him, it'd be Zaha. And I'd like Fekir, but I'm just being real. Silent stands, silent but deadly. Killer of clubs. Well said, Dan. Well said. Let's get a PayPal for Arsenal. Seriously, we'll donate. Do you know what I mean? That's what it's going to take. That's what it's going to take. He's never spoken at Arsenal AGM. He speaks a lot. That's what I'm saying. And this is what causes anger, because he has no form of communication with us. He never speaks. Like I said, I don't know what he sounds like. I legitimately don't know what he sounds like. Now, admittedly, I'm not gone out of my way to go and find a Stan Kroenke interview. But at the same time, I don't know what he sounds like. Hello, VP, I see you. Chig, we've not spent money, though. In the past, sure. This summer, we'll see. And this is what I'm trying to say. No, we don't know for sure. My suspicion is a couple of deals have been done. That's my suspicion. If you had to ask me what I think it's done, I think this Brahirimi deal is probably done. And I think maybe the Saliba deal's done. I don't, for some reason, think the Tyranny deal is yet done. I think we would know about it if it had been done. Because then British deals, the press can't wait to get them stories. So something tells me that for whatever reason, that's not quite over the line yet. I do think there's something happening. I don't buy the whole excuse of why Tyranny's suddenly back in Scotland as opposed to being in Austria with the rest of the Celtic team, especially ahead of Celtic's Champions League qualifier. It don't make sense to me. Having said that, tomorrow he may return back and I look silly. But I'm just saying. Jan Koke is a vile man. Carrasco or Zaha for that is a hard one. Speaking of Carrasco, how mad was that? Rafa Benitez is now the manager of Zhejiang Yifan. Ain't that crazy? He left Newcastle for that. Money must be good, boy. Carrasco for 30 million or Zaha for 55. Oh, I'm gonna lie. For some reason, I'd err towards Zaha. I would. I must admit, and I don't just because I'll tell you what's put me off Carrasco a bit. His attitude. I don't like that. I don't like that. I don't like his attitude, and that's really made me a bit lukewarm over him. But yeah, I would go Zaha, to be honest. Liverpool, Majid. It's got for me. It's nothing to do with him being an American. Listen, they're tight people all over the world. They don't need to be American to be tight, and that's offensive to our American listeners. Trust me. Especially on a week where it's going to be their Independence Day. So let's not offend our American friends, yo. But no, it's nothing to do with him being American. He's just that is just the way this is the way he's decided to run the club, rightly or wrongly. I feel like it's wrongly. I am all for self-sufficiency, but not like this. Not like this. I think there's ways to do that. Lack of patience, really. We just moved to the Emirates. Ozil should share his wages with the fans. Yeah. Better yet, he should donate it into the super chat. Tell Rafa to. We'll announce the signing day before the season tickets. Before season ticket deadline and deadline day. Gosh, I hope not. Zaha for 55 million. What's the maximum you'd pay for Zaha? Jonathan, I think 50 million, mate. I wouldn't pay a penny more. Just Mike Hart was very clever with his question because he knew that. And that's why I asked for the question. But yeah, I wouldn't pay a penny more. But to me, if you had to ask me what would be a good transfer window, like a realistic transfer window, Berahimi, I guess Zaha at a reasonable price, Tyranny, Saliba, maybe a Dunk, someone like that. I'd be all right with that transfer window. I know people are looking for that Ramsey replacement. I'd be okay if we didn't get that Ramsey replacement, to be honest. Like, I think that's why you have people like Willock. You have people like Emil Smith-Rowe, you know? Let's see if those kids can actually step up and do that job. There's no... Yeah, buddy, I get you, to be honest. I think it's clever PR. It's clever PR. Oh, Don Juan. I don't co-sign on that message. But too many American friends on this thing. All right, guys. Literally 5 more minutes and I'm out. 5 more minutes. Choose one, any player to transform Arsenal. Oh. If I could have one, regardless of price, it would be Koulibaly. I have to pick a defender. Defender is our biggest problem position. And I would buy the best possible defender I could. And yeah, somebody will say, well, why don't you buy Virgil van Dijk? No, I'd buy Koulibaly. I would, because I've always felt that the Premier League was suiting. That's why it is terrifying if Liverpool decided, fuck this, let's buy Koulibaly. I think we're all fucked. To be honest, I think we're all fucked. But yeah, Koulibaly would be my choice. I see a lot of people will pick Carvalho, Kante from Leipzig, De Ligt. But is De Ligt proven? Is he proven? I think he's got good talent, but I think Koulibaly is at the right age. Remember, the question was what would transform the team, i.e., what would make the biggest impact now, not what would make the biggest impact in the future. So yeah, but it's interesting people's answers. Very, very interesting. RVP, Henri, Bergkamp, Pires. Choose your pick for what? For what, Joseph? Generally, I love Thierry. Bergkamp is the best player we've ever had. And I love Thierry. I love Thierry. But Bergkamp's the best player we've ever had. But what you'll find, Joseph, is that people generally over their 30s will tend to pick Bergkamp. People just under their 30s will pick Thierry. I can completely understand. By the way, RVP can't lace the other three's boots. I don't even know why he's in that list. Delict over Koulibaly. Don Juan, you are perfectly allowed your opinion, my friend. For me, it's the other way around. Koulibaly all day long. I know he didn't play amazingly well against us, but even though he didn't play amazingly well, I still thought he was easily Napoli's best player. What is the best chocolate bar? I reckon it's crunchy. Mike, are you asking me that because I'm a big man and you think I know about chocolate? Surprisingly, I'm not huge into chocolate. There's a little fun fact about me. I'm not huge into chocolate. I know. It's unbelievable, I know. But it's true. I'm not that huge into chocolate. But to answer your question, if I do have a chocolate, maybe it's a Snickers. But like I said, I can't even remember the last time I had a chocolate bar. Like I said, I get it's unbelievable. I know. I'm just saying. If we sign Nicolas Pepe, would you take Messi considering the age? Of course. Of course. Apicano, we got no chance of Apicano. I rubbish that story as soon as it came out. We got no chance of him. Chig, I think we'll have to good first 11 next season if they all stay fit. The bench will be weak though. Well, that's the big if, isn't it? If they all stay fit. When it's Arsenal, we know they don't all stay fit. That's the problem. Zaha needs to go AWOL and force a move back to work. Quite possibly. All right, two more. People have been rolling the chocolate bars now. Chick, good show, mate. Thank you, mate. Thank you, buddy. Galaxy, see ya. Galaxy Caramel. Yeah. Fish and chips or burger? Burger. Now that's my sort of question right there. You didn't read my question properly, Chick. Listen, AWAS, it's hard, you know. These things are moving quickly. What was your question? Vardy or Jimenez? Jamie, it would be Jimenez for me all day. I rate Jimenez highly. Flake. Is that really VP? Flakes are sickly to me. Not for me. Would I take Mbappe or Messi considering their age? Well, then obviously I'd take. That is a good question. Fair enough, AWAS. Fair enough. I would take. Gosh, that is hard. I take Messi, you know. I was trying to find another way of not saying Messi, and I never felt comfortable Not saying Messi. Messi all day. A Kemba egg. Boots, not for me, Boots. I hate, you know those sweet eggs? I hate that shit. I hate that shit. Lee Gunner is on trick. All right, cool. In that case, I'm going to bounce. I'm going to let Lee get on with it. You guys enjoy Ty on Heavy D. Ty, man, he's Nigerian. I'm going to let you guys get on with Lee's stream. Do go and check out his stream. Say that chick sent you. I'm sure he'll appreciate it. Before you go, do hit that like button. Do hit that subscribe button. I'll be back later on with my Chiggy's wish list, where I will let you know who I believe I would buy for Arsenal Football Club this summer. And that's pretty much it, people. I'm out. Take care. Enjoy your evening. Peace.